All right. Hello, everyone. I was posting the video from the last week because I had some technical problem and delayed to post that. My computer at home here was frozen. I couldn't upload to the YouTube, but the problem has been solved. So the link is uploaded now in the week 5 discussions. Okay. So for those who are not here, if you like to watch that Zoom meeting we had, you can watch now. And those who are here, of course, they don't need to do that, right? And anyway, whoever posts the questions or some solution from homework of the chapter 3, that's we covered the last time, you will receive the credit of the 10 points. And for today, I would like to see any questions and share with me. So, Michelle, I saw you are the first person there. Would you like to share your question first?
I don't think I have any questions right now.
Chapter 3, homework.
Yeah, I'll kind of wait.
Okay. So let's go to Yvette. Any questions?
Hi, no questions just yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, nothing right now.
Okay. How about Catherine? You can just
Nothing yet.
open your Canvas site. You open exactly your homework so we can see what's the question. Then we can go over using your data, right? That's the best. So while you were doing the homework, if any questions there that bother you, we can go over it together now. Nicole, do you have anyone? So you can still look at your assignment. If you see one of the problems that you like us to go over, you can still share with us later. Okay. So let's go to Nicole. Do you have anything to share?
No, I don't have any questions. I'm just looking back to see if I
Okay,
do.
looking back, yeah, that's a good idea. And you can also look back at your test 1 or yeah, I think test 1, we only did the test 1, right? And the homework of the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 so far. Okay. And I know some people was running so fast, already went to the chapter 6, chapter 7. That's okay too. If you are the one in advance and you have questions, you can bring up your question to share. And the next person, I think I need to get your name here. So, and I hope you can show your camera. So I'm surely you participate. I don't want to just put your name there and disappear. And that's not fair to get a 10 point. Let me get my camera. So today, here shows we have Catherine, David, Kiara, Michelle, Nicole, Ruth, Roman, Yvette. Okay. And I hope each of you can open your camera at least to say hello. Let's see you are there, right? Not to just put your name up. Okay. And the best is share with us
Hi.
any question you have, right? Hi, Kiara.
I didn't have a question about the
Hmm.
chapter 3, but I just wanted to clarify I think it's like the unit 6 video and exercise discussion.
Okay, good. We can go there too. You need
Because
to see.
usually
Uh-huh.
I usually look up the concept on YouTube and watch like videos on how to do it, but I read like on one of your things you said it's very important that you reserve time to watch video for each unit of
Yeah.
end-time algebra review. So I'm not sure if I'm missing like where those videos are, because I'm going on YouTube and finding the videos myself. So is it like videos that
You
you
can
have?
go to YouTube and type the same topic, right? So they will
Yeah, that's what
find
I've
all the
been doing.
videos there. Yeah. So I think
Okay.
for the unit is, you said the unit is 6, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me take a look. What's that? Um, yeah, I think that's involving with the later chapters. Let me open mine. Okay, unit 6. Okay, go to assignments. Unit 6.
Will you share your board, Professor?
No, I had to find the first, right?
Okay.
I'm still going to the site to look for this. So you need the 6 video. Okay. 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 This one is prepare you to do. Actually, this will prepare you to do the chapter 12 later. Okay. But anyway, it's a concept from the algebra. Okay. So I'm going to, let me see, how can I, okay, let me bring this one over. And these are some questions. So I'm going to share with you now because I found it. Okay. And let's see, sharing. Please share, here, share, and okay. That's the unit 6, right? Kiara?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to my whiteboard. Go ahead, copy the questions to the whiteboard. So let me open the whiteboard as well. If I need to show the work. Okay. Wow, okay. Finally, open up. Microsoft the whiteboard. We are having trouble connecting. What's happened? Okay, finally. So let me use whiteboard title 43. Didn't use it. Let me see. So I copy the question I posted there. Write your answer in the form. Oh, didn't show here. Okay. Y equal mx plus b. I think that's what I did. Okay. This unit 6 is from algebra about the linear equation. Okay, straight line, and how we use a algebra way to present a straight line. From the geometry we had long time ago, we should have some basic concept about how can I draw a straight line. And to draw a straight line, we need at least 2 points. I think everybody remember that. So did you see my sharing here in the whiteboard? Not yet, huh?
No.
I'm sorry. I need to stop the first one I had and share again for this one. Okay. So this is the whiteboard. Share. So that's the questions I post on the Unit 6 for activity questions. And that's related to our Unit 6 straight line. Okay. and I posted two questions for you to practice the concept. But first, we need to recall the memory from the geometry first, right? In geometry, okay. In geometry, we need at least 2 points to connect the 2 points together to draw the line, okay, to draw a straight line. Straight line. So we base on the geometry and we apply to the algebra, aim to draw the straight line, okay? And now in statistics, we are going to use this concept to apply to our statistic here when we come to linear regression and study linear correlation. When we have two sets of variables, x and y, we will apply this concept here. So for Math 96, Unit 6 here, we try to recall the memory. Or if you never learned before, it's okay. We can learn now. It's just algebra we need to go over. So the first, we must understand that in algebra, we have this way to present a straight line. This is the formula, okay? The one I put here. Y equal mx plus b. That's the format we call slope-intercept form, okay? This format here. I want to put it back. Didn't want to go back. I already make a yellow to call your attention. So no more. Right, I need a pen. I need a pen to write. Okay. So I will write here. Did not allow me to write. I think I need to use text. Let me add the text so I can write. Here. So for the straight line, how can we present a straight line? The straight line, we need at least a 2 point. Keep that one in mind, okay? Then to present a straight line, we need to show the people what's the slope, the steepness of the line going up, going down, okay? And plus b is the y-intercept, where the line will cut the x-axis, okay? So let me see, can I draw here? Okay, this is the one we call x-axis, right? Then we need a y-axis, vertical line. So this way, we can present the two variables, okay? Because in a real world situation, very often we need to study x and y, two variables. For example, is people asking you, you are studying statistics. Do you know that the body height correlated to our weights? Okay, if taller person should be heavier. If the skinny person should be, if the shorter person should be lighter weight. Is that correlated, or it's not? Because sometimes we saw on the street, we can see some people, it's not proportional like this way, okay? And we know that. So we can use our statistic and collect the data and to show that and to discuss about this assumption is significant or not significant. So anyway, we need to know this. We need to know how to present a line, okay? Because our study is kind of based on the data we have. And for example, I collected data here, another data I put here. In algebra, right? Let me start from algebra. So a point, we should have given some point, the coordinate. For example, s equal 2, comma, and let's say y match with 3. Okay. So like this. So when we try to present a point, x equal 2, y equals 3. For example, if my quiz 1 got 2 points and my quiz 3 got 3 points, that's one relation here. Okay. And I assume if my next quiz, if I could get a 4 point in x, let's say another person got a 4 points on the quiz 1, and that person quiz 2 did not really go to double the 3. For example, got a 5. Okay, got 0.5. So we have 2 points. One point is 2 and 3, and another point is who got a 4, and second quiz got a 5. Okay, so we can use these 2 points, connect them together to make a straight line to see really their relations, make a line going up or not. If your quiz 1 doing better, look like your quiz 2 will do better. Okay. And so that's what we are going to apply now, okay, in statistics. So we started using the concept from geometry and from algebra, okay. Algebra is, you must understand you can build a line like this. If someone tell you information, x equal 2, y equals 3 for 1 point, then x equal 2, then, so in algebra, usually we call the first point here like x1, comma, y1, right? We use x and y presenting the point. And for second point, I will call x2, second, another person, right? x2 and y2. That's just the position, okay? The coordinate, usually we start with a 0 here, the intersection between the x and y. Then we make the scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you need more, just 5, 6, 7 going up. And for the y coordinate, present the second person's my second quiz, right? I was doing the assumption S presenting the quiz 1 and Y presenting the quiz 2. Okay, 2 different quiz here. So for the Y, you can also make a coordinate like this, right? 1, 2, 3, then 4 and 5, right? 4 and 5 here. So we can build up the coordinates and find the point location, connect them together, you can make a straight line. At least you need 2 points, okay? This is the basic concept we need to have. And in algebra, we always presenting our straight line in the format of the y equal mx plus b. That's just try to tell us m is a slope, okay? We call m as a slope. And the slope is presenting the steepness of the line. It's going up, or sometimes we could see the line is going down, coming down this way, okay? And how do we know it's go up, go down? It's always counting from the left, go the right, okay? If the left-hand side is lower than the right-hand side, we say, yeah, this is going up. If the left-hand side is point here, is higher than the point on the right-hand side here, then the line is going downward. So this way, when you use the slope formula here, you will find out the formula will present the positive and negative. The one go up will be positive. The one go down will be negative. Okay. For example, I can use this one as an example to show you. Let me use the first example I made up here. I said I found out I try to find out any relation between these 2 points here, and so to find out the slope of this line in algebra we have this. I don't know all of you remember this or not. y2 minus y1, okay, divided by x2 minus x1. The ratio of this, that's what we call slope. Try to study the relation between the 2 points, like this. Actually, these red dots are make up here. This is the, you can see it's the x2 minus x1, okay? And the height here, from here to here. This is a reflect from here, right? Is the height of our, the y coordinate. So I think I should make this point. I draw this point as a, I want to show 4 and 5. I show the 4, but here it didn't show the 5. Maybe I should change this somewhere. This second point is showing the x equal 4 and y equal 4 as well, okay? Because here is the position of the 4 for the y coordinate. So here should be 4. Okay. So we have 2 points, and now I'm going to show you what's the m. M is the slope here, the steepness of the line. So in algebra, we have defined this one, the ratio between the difference between the x coordinate compared to the y coordinate, okay? And their ratio we call slope. And you can see that just show, like when you go to some bridge, there's some slope going up, then going down, right? Go up and go down. And when you look at the roof, there's a slope go up to build up the roof. Usually we make the roof with a slope. So when the rain comes, the water can go down. And when the snow came in, also can go down, not accumulate on the top. Okay. So I will show this one as an example. My y2, I change it to the 4 here. So y2 is a 4. So I will put the 4 minus y1 is the first point here. And first point is x equal 2. Quiz 1 got the 2 points, and quiz 2 got the 3 points. Okay. So y2 is 3 points. So y1 is 3 points. So I'm going to subtract out the 3. Find out the difference between these 2 points. Vertically, how far away? And that's one unit only. And when you look at the x coordinate horizontal line, you can see the difference from 2 to 4. We have 2 units here, okay? And exactly you can show by algebra here. You will have x2 as 4 and minus x1 as 2, okay? So you will come out the slope. This is the one we call slope here, which is 1 over 2, 1/2, okay? So this is the slope 1/2. That's how you call. So if you forgot what's the m, it's a slope, okay? Then what's the b? B is the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is where the line cut the x-axis here, okay? So we can use these 2 points to decide the line here. And I don't know, in algebra, you remember all this formula here. If you are given 2 points, we can define the slope. Then we can use the 1 point and slope to write out the equation on the line. So how we do that? That's what we call point slope form. Okay. And there's a name for that. Let me erase this. Okay. So put it back. Okay. Then let me show the formula. Okay. The formula for write the equation on the line. That's from algebra too. We call point slope form. Point slope form. Okay. And how you formulate that? You take a y1, y minus y, any point we have, minus 1 point, y1 equal m slope, and multiply x minus x1. That's the formula, how we define the straight line. So as an example, I made up here for you. You can use this one to find our straight line, okay? Or you can use this one I did earlier there. Okay. There's an E. I didn't put an E there. Slope. No, they don't allow me to do anything. Okay. Well, and so let me finish this one. So you should be y minus, and remember our x1, y1 is here. Okay. So y minus y1, which is 3, equal m slope. We just got it. It's 1 over the 2, right? 1/2. Then multiply x minus x1. x1 is 2. You need 2 points. And that's it. Okay. Then you can simplify our equation now. So y equal, you can remove this -3 out here on the left-hand side, move to the right-hand side. So our math 96, there's a review. How can you do solving the equations? Okay. And I hope you have done that one since unit 5, unit 4, unit 5, we have that. So to keep the y alone on the left-hand side of the equal symbol, I can remove that -3 out here. And the shortcut way is move the -3 to the right-hand side and change the sign, okay? Or you can use equality that you just +3 cancel out this -3, okay? Either way you think about it, you can get done. So maybe usually in the class I show like this. I will say, oh, I add the 3 here, cancel out the -3, then I go to the right-hand side, also add down 3. Because the equation, you always have to keep the equality. When you add something on the left, you have to equal something on the right, like the balance, okay? You have to keep the balance. So we should become, 1/2. Maybe I put a fraction. 1/2 times x minus 2. Right? Then +3. I'm writing with the mouse. Okay, you turn the mouse, so very difficult to write. Then equal, you need to simplify this. So it becomes 1/2. You take 1/2 times the first number in the parentheses, right? That's what we call distributive property in algebra. Multiply x and come out. Then you take 1/2 times the -2. So 2, another 2 will cancel out to become -1, right? Because 1 is fraction, denominator, cancel out the 2, become the 1. Then add on the 3 together. So our equation will become y equal, too long. Y equal 1/2 f, and combine -1 plus 3. When you have -1 and 1 with it's a positive 3, they will cancel out the 1 unit because 1 negative, 1 positive. So for the left is a 2 positive units left, right? That's from algebra 2. So that's the equation of the line in the format of y equal slope times the x plus y-intercept. That's what I presented here, okay? So problem said, our activity here says find the equation of the line that has a slope of 5 and the intercept, and actually the y-intercept of, I didn't copy all. If you are on the Math 96 side, you can take a look to see what the number is there. For those who are on your side, maybe I come back. Yeah. Find the equation on the line that has slope of the 5 and the y-intercept of the 7. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can go back. So, because I'm sharing with a whiteboard now, right? So, intercept of 7, which is 7. And the point you write is a parenthesis, or you can write it like this. We use a parenthesis to present a point. So x equals 0, comma, y equals 7. That's how we present y-intercept. Because the line we cut here, okay? the y-intercept, we try to, this question is try to show where the line we cut is 7, so it's go up there, okay? This is the first example is I made up myself, okay? I made up 2 points. x1, y1 as 2, 3. x2, y2 as 4, 4. Okay, that's I made up. Now, our activity questions, I try to answer activity questions as well. Activity questions for unit 6. I will show the work here. Okay, so we understood. Now we just need to show y equal m is given. Slope is 5. So you put a 5 and don't forget to put the x. Because to write the equation, you always have to show x and y. Okay, it's 2 variables related here. Because in algebra, we use coordinate x-axis and the y-axis. Same thing in statistics, we will use this. Okay, so ms plus b, and the intercept is 7. So you just put the 7. That's it. That's the equation for question 1. Activity 1. Activity 1 only asks you to write out using the formula format ms plus b. Okay. Anyway, the second question. So this is for the first one. And for the second question, say we need to find the slope and the y-intercept for the following equation. Okay, this is a little bit more challenging. Here, this one is given us a straight line again. But this straight line, 2x minus 3y equals 6. It's not in the format as the number 1 there, y equal ms plus b. We are showing the sum is, we could add or subtract some number and equal a number on the right-hand side. Just a numerical number only on the right-hand side. This format we have named, we call standard form. Okay, standard form in algebra, linear equation. So the problem is ask you to formulate this one into the, to find out what's the slope if someone give you the equation like this, okay? So you need to solve for y, okay? Solve for y. Try to change this 2x minus 3y equals 6, become the y equals something, okay? That's what we wanted to do. So you need to solve for y. So how should I do to solve for y? Well, remember, you have to keep the 3y, you have to remove the 2x out here. So under the 2x, I'm going to minus 2x, adding the minus 2x here, okay? Again, minus 2x. So plus and minus, you will cancel out the x. And you have to go the other side, you have to do something. Add on the minus 2x. Always have to keep the balance there. So when we do that, now you're ready to write again. I have to use text here. So let's move down a little bit. So after you've done that, 2x with negative 2x adding together, we cancel the 2x and keep only negative 3y. That's what we want. Keep y alone on one side. So the other side will give you, other side of the equal symbol will give us negative 2x, right? The one we add on to keep the balance here. So right-hand side, we should have negative 2x, right? Plus the number, existing number already there, plus 6, okay? So we're almost there, okay? Negative 2x, I typed the wrong number. Should it be plus, okay? So now you just need to divide by negative 3, right? If you divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, okay? And I think to put the parenthesis, okay? And right-hand side, you also have to divide by -3, okay, to keep the same way you have been doing. So we also divide by -3. Divide by -3. And the 6, also you have to do the same thing. Divide by -3. That's the skill, how you solve the equation in algebra. So then you can simplify this, become the 1y, right? 1y equal, and -2x divided by -3 will become positive, because negative divided by negative is positive, okay? So it become 2 divided by 3 with the x, we still carry the x. And then we move on to take care of the last term. And the last term is 6 divided by -3, right? So that will give me -2, because the positive divided by negative is a negative, okay? So this is the algebra rule, the sign, the rule of the signs we need to take care. Positive divided by negative is a negative. 6 divided by 3 is a 2, okay? So that's the format I'm asking everybody to try to do it, okay? And that shows the slope m is 2 divided by 3, 2/3, right? And y-intercept b is -2. We're done, okay? So the exercise activity questions based on your unit 6 is try to practice this, okay, to understand how can I present a straight line. Because in statistics, we need to have some concept about this, about the straight line related to the point, because we will use a point to represent our information in a real world situation, okay? X is one thing, Y another thing, and we try to see, are they related or not, okay? Are they correlated or not? And that's the application is coming from here. We must understand the line, how they do first. And for this example I made up here, I can see this one, our y-intercept is -2, right? And the slope is 2 over the 3. So if you want to draw the line, you can make a straight line. Let me try to draw the line. Okay. So you need a vertical line first, a horizontal line first. Then make the vertical line down, right? Put the arrow here. That means the line continue extending. And this is presenting the y coordinate. Horizontal line always present the x coordinate. In algebra, first set of the data we call x. And second set of data we try to study together, called y. Okay. So however, this example I made up here, you can use the y equal -2 to start another point. -2 go down below the 0. Your 0 is supposed to be here, right? 0 is the intersection of the x and y, the origin we call. Then below the 0 here will be -1, -2 here, right? So look like the line cut here. Y equal b is -2. Then slope is 2 out of 3, okay? So that's how you do. You can use the slope concept. 2, remember it's y2 minus y1. Our formula earlier, y2 minus y1. Difference between the two position of the point in y. So that means we have 2 units, okay? And the bottom denominator is the difference between the x coordinate. So we have 3 units. So you can start from this y-intercept point where we cut the y-axis here and count. Okay, you just count. Okay, 1 unit after here, 2 units. Okay, 1 unit, 2 units. Y coordinate is 2 units difference, and slope is positive. That's why I go up. Okay, and horizontally 3 units difference. So you just go the right, 1 unit, 2 units, and 3 units. About 3 units here. And you can connect this one together. That's the straight line, okay? and this line cutting the y -2, and also here, right? Also 3. Actually should cut 3 here. And another way, you can draw the line. In algebra class, we do the table. I don't know if you remember this or not. You can set a big T and put the x and y, right? And you can assign x as 0 and looking for what should be the y. Since our equation is 2x minus 3y equals 6. So if x is 0, 0 times 2 will be 0. So we give you -3y equal to 6. And that will give you the y as -2. Okay. Then you can call, so what I did is this way. I assign x equals 0. Okay. And plug in into this equation here. 2 times the 0 minus 3y and equal 6. So 2 times the 0 is 0 and become the -3y equals 6. So to find out the y coordinate, you just need to take a -6, take the 6 and divide out this -3. Okay. So if you divide by -3, that's how we got the -2. And that's exactly we had used it earlier. Y coordinate, y-intercept is -2. Okay, this is 2. -2. This point here. Okay. And we need one more point. Okay. One more point, you can use the y equals 0 because that's an easy number. Okay. So if you can assign y as 0. Okay. Y equals 0. Y equals 0 and plug in back this equation given earlier, this one. So you are going to have 2x minus 3, replace y by 0, equals 6. Just substitute, right? And solve for x. So you will get 2x equals 6. Because -3 times 0 is 0. We don't have this anymore. And divide by 2 each side. Solving equation. So you will come out the x equal to 3, right? And you know 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's this point here. Okay. This point here is the x equals 3. And look at the y is 0. Okay. And another point is x equals 0 and y is -2. These 2 points. So we just try to understand how the line related to our coordinate here with the graph. Okay, the graph you will apply later. Okay, not yet. I think in your book they put as chapter 12 there. So if you don't want to do your unit 6 yet, you can leave the last time. You can leave the later to do it. But I put the due date October 6th, right? I will change it, extend that one longer. After the midterm, actually after the midterm is on, you do that. So I will extend it longer. If this is too early for you, that's okay. You still have time to catch up this. Because we will do this one in chapter 12. Remember that, okay? All right.
Okay.
I hope explain something about algebra here. And like Kiara said, that she went to the YouTube to look for more example here. That's a good idea. You can go. Okay. Today, so many people creating the video on the YouTube there. So if one you couldn't understand, you can get another one. It's a lot of interesting videos there available. Okay. All right. So now I hope we can move on to do something. Someone else, you have questions because it's already 5:51. Okay. Anyone, you have questions from math one? No, not the math. No, we changed the state 1000. That's the state-wise common number now. We used to call math 160, so I still call the math 160. But I have been called this name for more than 20 years at the coastline. And now the state changed. They want a common number for all the community colleges. So we changed the introduction statistic. Everybody changed the state 1000. That's why sometimes I still call 160 because 160 actually is state 1000. Same thing. Anyway, any other question you have? How about David? Do you have any questions from your chapter 3 or chapter 4? Probably you already moved on to the chapter 4, right?
No, I don't have any questions.
Not yet?
No. I'm trying to like, get all this into my head, so
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, just everyone take a look at your homework there to see anything you have done and any question there. I saw Roman. Do you have any questions?
No,
Oh.
sorry, I don't have any questions right now.
I see. Okay. Catherine, do you have any questions?
I did. I was looking at last week. There's like multiple that says chapter 5. And so I wanted to know exactly what it is you're wanting on
Oh,
this
so you are in chapter
part.
5 already?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Good. Okay. If you have any questions, maybe everybody can learn from your example. Okay, because
Well, I go to the week 5 Zoom meeting. That's the one actually that I'm looking at. It's not actually chapter 5. It's the probability chapter
that's
3.
week 5. That's a probability.
Yes.
It's a chapter
So
3.
what? Yeah. So what is it that you're wanting from us in this where it says start the assignment? Are you wanting me to pull from the actual probability question and put it in this, or it says start assignment?
Oh, you can put the chapter 3 homework questions or solutions there, okay, under the week 5, okay, because that will be more proper related. And for today, week 6 already, right? So week 6, you can put you can still put the probability chapter 3 question, or someone in advance to chapter 4, you can put it to chapter 4. So probably we still have 6 minutes. Let me go to the assignments and check your homework chapter 3, okay, probability, to see any of them. I need to remind you how to do it, okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to stop share this one and try to move on to chapter. Let me go to share, and I want to go to Canvas. But this one is Math 96. I want to open Math 1, no, State 1000. So your class is this one. Okay. And let's look at assignments. When you want to do your homework, everything is under assignments here. Everything in order. You have discussions weekly, then you have homework by chapter, by chapter. Then we have tests here. Test 1.
Wait a minute, Professor, is that on 1000 or is that 096?
This is the 1000, state 1000. Statistics.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will come to module 3. Okay. Module 3, homework probability here. And I think there's some problem confusing the people too. Let me open up. This is my version, but should be very similar to yours. Okay. So we have a lot of homework assignments related to the table, contingency table, right? Because you have one way of the variable and there's a one way of another variable. But from here we can learn when we should use the addition rule, when we should use the multiplication rule, okay? For example, the question 1, can you see my question 1? Everybody? Yes? Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, we have variable, okay? How you read the table like this. The first row is showing the grade of the student from the text. Who got the A, who got the B, who got the C, okay? And under the total, you can see there's a 37. That means we have 37 students from the gender of the male, because you have to go horizontally, go to the left-hand side here. The first column shows a different category. It's by gender, male and female. So when we have two variables showing on the same table, we call this kind of like contingency table, because there's one category of the grade, another category of the gender. And so we can study together here. So then when you look at the first number 9, that means 9 male students got an A. And you look at the second number here, 13, is 30 male got grade B. And 15 male got a C, like that. Total of the male student, we have 37. Then the second row here, actually third row, 1, 2, 3. Third row here shows a female. So we have 18 students, female got A, and 4 students got a B, and 19 got a C. The total of the female student participating in this survey is 41. So if the question asks you, what's the total student participate in this survey, you should look at this bottom number here on the right-hand corner. It's 78. It's 37 plus 41, 78. That's one way you can check. Another way you can check from the grade. Who got the grade A? The total together, male, female, we have 27 students. And who got the B? 13 plus 4, we have 17 students. Who got a C? We have 15 plus 19 equals 34. And then you can use the calculator, add them up. 27 plus 17 plus 34, that's exactly 78. Okay. So this is 78, is the grand total, which is representing total number of the students participating in the survey here. Okay. So let's look at the question here. If one student is chosen at random, find the probability that the student was a male and got a B. Okay, so this is the case of, so the key, when we use the addition rule or multiplication rule, or check them independent or check mutually exclusive, you have to pay attention to this keyword and or. Okay, so this one is asking and from the male and who got the B. Okay, so you need to go to the table, and so first I was searching for the first category as male. And the male is 1, 2, second row here. I see male, and go to the right hand side. Under the grade we have 9. Under the B we have 13. So this 13 is the answer, right? Because this box here is the intersection belong, is the number belong to male, also under the grade B. That's the meaning of the and is there. Male and satisfy the category of the B, what do they want? This is 13. Okay, so you have to find it that way, but find out the number, then you have to divide by total number. And total grand total is 78. So you need to set up the fraction first. Okay, I will suggest you set up the fraction as you need to set up as 13 divided by 78. So that's how you got this correct answer. Okay? You can double check. Take the male and who got the B. We have 13 students. And divide by total 78, and that's what give you the 0.16666. Okay, that's the answer how you got. Okay, so you have to be able to read the information from the table, and the end must belong to two category. Okay, and now we have another example. Is or. You see or. Question 2. They ask us to find the probability that the student was a female or got and C. Okay. So that means you have to count either the male or female or got C. Okay. So when you see the or, it's the one we have to use the addition rule here. Okay. You can set up the probability from the female and add up with God and C. Okay. So let's look at the table information here. For the female student, we have, okay, the probability the student was a female. So was female, just say was female. Then we have to look at total number of the student was female. We have 50. Okay, we have 50. And, but not the end. Or got and C. Or got and C. And who got C? We have 28 students. Okay. So now you have to set up this way. I think I will go to the whiteboard to show you this one, how you get done this one. This one is more complicated than the first one. Because the first one, we're just looking for where we meet, satisfy the first condition and second condition, that the number is the end. But this or, you have to be careful, okay? So be careful. What I need the information is the data. So I need to use new, and I want to bring this data to the whiteboard, Control C, and I hope I can bring there. Okay. Right here, Control V. Oh, didn't allow me. Oh, here, pop up. Okay, good. So I can show you the work now. So how can I handle the or? Okay. First, they are asking probability. The student was a female. So I will do that one first. Okay. So female, we know total female, we have 50 students. So you are going to set up probability for female. Okay. So you will do 50. Okay. 50 divided by the total student is 77. Okay. So this one is presenting the probability as a female. Okay. As a female, because I use a slash, so I like to put the parenthesis to let you to see is 50 over the 77 as one fraction. So this is the presenting probability as a female. Okay. Then when you see or, okay, you need to use addition. Okay, put the addition in between and looking for another probability. Another probability is God and C. Okay. And God and C, you have under the category of the C and look how many numbers there. The total is 28. Okay. So you need to take a 28, divide by total number of the survey, the number we have. This is 77 to find the probability for God and C. So after you done this, you will say, is that it? That's the answer? But we have to be careful. I want to point out something here. Addition rule is a little bit tricky here. When you look at the female, okay, we have 12 plus 18 plus 20 to come out the 50. So this female who got a C, 20 is counted here once inside the 50, okay? Now I'm going to use another color. When we counting the student who got a C, okay, under this column here, 8 plus 20 plus 28. This 20, we add again, is inside of this 28. So we kind of counting that the 20 twice, okay? This is the problem when we apply the or. Or usually, if they have something in common, you will count twice here. Like this example, I count a female, I have counted a 20 female here. And if I counted the number of the C, I counted this 20 again as 28 here. So that's why when you apply or, you need to do this, you need to subtract, okay? subtract, this 20, we double count it. We want the only one, so I don't want the tries here. You need to subtract the probability, or it's 20, we count the tries here, 77. So this is 20. I'm going to make this diagonal. This is 20. So the final answer should be 50 plus 28. Okay. So you can do 50 plus 28 minus 20. Because we have common denominator, 77, right? So you can do everything at once. Okay. So that will give you, let me see. My calculator shows 58. So I will have 58 divided by 77, okay? And if you want to change it to the decimal, you just use calculator 58 divided by 77 and enter. Then you should get 0.7532, okay? 4 decimals, 3 decimals, good. So that's how you apply the all. So when you apply all, be very careful. If some number you already counted once, and when you add another category, because of all, okay, all we always add up, then you will see 20 I counted again for as greater C, probability greater C. So you need to subtract one time out, okay, 20 over the 77, and then will be the right answer. It's a tricky one, okay. So I hope you should start working on your probability 3, chapter 3, right? And then if you come out with any other questions next time, you can share the question with us, okay? So today we will stop here and see you next week, okay? And I will post this video, okay? I hope no problem to post this and as soon as possible. Okay? All right.
Okay, thank you.
So see you next week, everybody. And I should stop share so I can see you. All right. So try to work on chapter 3 now, okay? And then we have to move on to chapter 4, okay? Then chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7. You know your midterm exam is week 8, right? October 17, okay? So right now we are October 3 already. So you need to move on to chapter 4 quickly this week. Chapter 4, chapter 5, and next week chapter 6. Well, this week finish chapter 3 and start chapter 4. Then the next week do chapter 5 and start chapter 6. And the following week, chapter 7. Chapter 7 is included, but chapter 7 is just a central limit theorem. If you finish chapter 6, it's easy to do the chapter 7. So next week, I would like to cover chapter 4, chapter 5, okay, 2 chapters, okay. So remember your midterm exam is coming, okay. So don't put it behind anymore because we need to move on, okay. And so far you are still okay, but this week put that goal. Try to start your chapter 4 by weekend, okay. So next week we can start chapter 5 and move on to chapter 6, okay. Because next week we are going to deal with random variable, which is continuous random variable, okay. Which the way to calculate probability is different. And for chapter 3, chapter 4, we are still in the chapter 3 is the basic foundation about what is the probability. What's the basic rule we can apply? Then when we go to chapter 4, it's really dealing with the statistic probability. But for those variables which is we call descriptive, which is discrete, only the whole numbers, okay? But if the data is decimals. That's what we call continuous random variable that belong to the chapter 5, chapter 6 there, okay, and chapter 7. So will be different way. All right. So put that goal, finish your chapter 3 and start chapter 4 this week. Okay. And see you next time and bring your questions. Okay. Don't be afraid to share your questions. Okay. The more you put up the question, the more you can learn, right? You will learn and you show your questions. That's really benefit for you because of using your own data. Okay. So I will see you next week. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Make rate. Do you have question? How are you?